Guys, those two rackets are hidden gems and Diadem giving the big brands definitely a hard time. Today I'm reviewing the Diadem Elevate Tour and the Diadem Elevate V3. In the end I will give you my recommendation which of those two rackets could fit your game. So let's go. So guys, the Tour is the 350 gram heavier version of the Elevate series. It is pretty much the same specs as the regular V3, but the stiffness is slightly higher, which you do not really notice on the court. In terms of control, the Elevate Tour is more in the classic feel department. It is definitely a crisper feel, but not uncomfortable. The ball pocketing is good, but felt different than the regular version. And also the shock absorption on impact is top. But I would say though, if you need a racket for a spinny game, this is not your racket. The launch angle is relatively low, while it did help that I used the Headlinks Tour as my string. So not a spin machine at all, but you can produce some topspin because it is handled relatively easy when compared also to my Gravity Pro. Other than that, the feel you get when hitting the ball is good. You really get to know the racket quickly with the feedback it provides. On ground strokes, I really enjoyed playing with it on both wings. Also the power is right in the middle for me, not too much but not too less. Especially on serve or on my backhand, I really appreciate the control and the stability. It is a bit stiff but not uncomfortable by any means. The combination with the balance though makes it a little harder on the arm than a Blade or a Headspeed Pro for instance. If you can handle the weight and hit most of the shots in the sweet spot, you're definitely good to go. So if you're an advanced player and want something like a Blade but more stable and crisper, go for the Elevate Tour. So now let's talk about the regular Elevate V3, and this racket with such specs could be a very good people's racket. Funny thing is that I played with the Pure Aero 98 and the Blade 98 16x19 shortly before I have tested this racket. And compared to those two, this racket ticks almost every single box. Feeling wise, the Aero 98 is a bit crisper than the Blade. The Blade is a little too muted for my taste. The ball pocketing in the Aero was okay, but it made the feel a little worse for me at least. The Elevate nails that. The feeling is crisper than the Blade and at least the same as with the Aero 98, while the ball pocketing is not as much implemented as with the Aero 98. It reminded me almost of Oxetic technology from Head. Interesting. So, talking about comfort, it is by no means uncomfortable to play with. I had no issues with soreness or any arm problems. I would say it is very comparable to the Pure Aero 98 in terms of comfort. Now let's go to spin. The Aero 98 is definitely more spin friendly and has the higher launch angle than the Blade 98. The Elevate is right in the middle of those two. The launch angle is pretty close to the Aero 98 I would say, and the fin beam combined with the balance really let you generate a lot of racket at speed. It is fantastic on clay for spinning shots as well. The Aero 98 is for sure the more spin friendly racket, but the Elevate is also very good in this category. Also in terms of power, the Elevate is somewhere in the middle between the Aero 98 and the Blade 98. It is perfectly balanced in that regard. You can generate a lot of force and it is very easy to swing, but because of the fin beam and the ball pocketing technology in the racket, you get fantastic control. I almost thought of switching to it, but there is one thing that I did not like. The issue does the Elevate Tour not have, and that is stability issues. Especially during defense, that was very much noticeable. When you hit the ball a bit outside the sweet spot, the rackets start to shake a lot, which definitely does the blade not have? It reminded me more of a Yonex V-Core 98 or something. I would have to add some weight to complement that, but I would rather go for the Tour as it is very similar to the regular Elevate anyway. So if you want a fantastic people's racket and the blade or the arrow does not do it for you, then maybe check out this wonderful Elevate version 3 from Diadem. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like or maybe subscribe. It's free. And if you're interested in the rackets of the big three, just check out this video next.